my 2 cents. As Paul has his cat and I've got my little kitty.
Kitty,
This is
kitty,
the
kitty.
Halloween Spooktacular.
Meow.
And
Yeah, I
for
got this
those,
cat from Salem, Massachusetts the last time I was up there. It's you can actually adopt them. So like it looks like a real cat. And actually it has a birth certificate and its name, of course, is Salem.
and for those tuning in, we apologize for the delay. We started, we had technical issues. Don't know what caused them, but
I have no idea.
we are back live now. So, and unfortunately, you can't see my wonderful lights back here. They just show up as lights. It's actually the white ones are Jason hockey masks, and these others down through here, it's Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein's in there somewhere, the Universal monsters, which I don't even think I have because the box is here, but it doesn't have a picture on it. It just says Halloween light set. So, but also I've got all my lovely little decorations for you. Make it all nice and pretty.
I love it. And I have my this is a vintage jack-o'-lantern pillow, by the way. That's vintage. Then I just have a regular tombstone up. But I was gonna wear my I got a last time I went to Universal, I did get one of those classic Universal T-shirts. So they have they actually have a Halloween store there, and it had all the monsters on it. Can't find it. But anyways, I found my Salem shirt. But it'll do. We're good, and we are here to discuss what we grew up on, what scared us, what wasn't scary, what was our favorite movies. Had some people to give me some suggestions at work. I had a lot of people chiming in with me from I just talked to a lot of people and it's giving me their favorite movies and what made Halloween awesome for them growing up and what kind of scary movies is out today, what's scaring us today and yeah, so this is going to be a fun show. So do you want to start when we were kids?
Well, first, I'm just going to mention two quick stories because they're terrifying. One, Republicans are trying to take away the citizenship from Mamdani and deport him so they don't have to face him in the election. Two, I just went through open enrollment at work for my insurance. My insurance is going up almost $20 a month next year. First time in over a decade that my insurance premium is going up at this job.
Okay, duly
So
noted.
I just wanted to mention those two things and be done with it. I do have one bit of news that I saw that does relate to Halloween. It's from the Hollywood Reporter. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because of who's involved. They have announced the movie The Big Kill. Skeet Ulrich, Alicia Witt, and Pete Holmes to star in nostalgic horror comedy The Big Kill. John Heder, Megan Surrey, and Natasha Leggero also star in director Todd Berger's movie that hails from Live Nation Studios and features a soundtrack of 1990s tunes. So, Skeet Ulrich, of course, Scream. Alicia Witt was in Urban Legend. Uh, John Heder, if I'm not mistaken, was he Napoleon Dynamite?
I have no clue.
I want to say he was. I can't remember for sure. Pete Holmes is from Saturday Night Live. Let's see. Pete Holmes has got from Woman of the Hour, and yes, John Heder was Napoleon Dynamite. So just a little bit of nostalgia movie coming for that I wanted to mention real quick because it does sound interesting to me.
Well, I also saw where they finally got the script together for Hocus Pocus 3. They're right now discussing the budget for it. Looks like Tor Birch is coming back. Looks like all of them's coming back. Somehow, some way, they have got a whole cast of them coming back. Every one of them's coming back. So I think this is going to be big.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well, can the one that was turned into the cat come back? Because didn't they in the second one? Spoiler alert, everybody! But didn't they turn him back into a human, and he went on to his afterlife?
Well, I think they're going to be more or less focusing on from the first one and maybe incorporating some of it from the second one. But like I said, the script is together. They're talking about it, what kind of how they're going to do it. I mean, come on, Bette Midler is like 80 now, I think she is, but she's still up for it and still ready to go. She's tweeting about it, and I'm loving it, and I'm here for it. So, and I also saw another article where they're coming back out with another movie. They're um they're refilming another classic horror film. Uh what was that? Anyway, I'll probably think of it later, but anyway. So, which movie you want to talk about that okay, I want to interview you, Chris. Which movie when you were a kid scared you to death? Really scared you?
The one that I remember, and it's kind of pathetic, but I was very young, so keep that in mind, was Poltergeist because of
Oh.
the scene where the clown comes up behind the kid and grabs him. That was where I had to stop watching at that point in time.
Yeah, that Poltergeist came out in what, 1971, 2,
I
something like
think it
that.
was 80s.
But it's I do remember that, and I that was one of my favorite movies. That actually I didn't make it past the preacher coming to the door.
1982.
Yeah, that was super creepy. Cause I remember when I first saw it, I was actually working at Hardee's back when we were kids, and somehow, some ways at one of my friends' basements, and it was a couple days before Halloween, and the dark, dank basement, and we had the old tube television going on, and that's the only thing that had the room lit up. And then when that part came on with that creepy guy coming to the door, and he's like standing there with like skin stretched over bones and that white hair. I was like, no, I can't do this. Put on Wizard of Oz, do something. I can't watch this. Oh my god. Oh, and I have still, honestly, I haven't watched that movie through today. I haven't. I can't do
Well,
it.
on the flip side, the movie that's supposed to be the scariest movie ever made, I literally laughed my way through it.
You,
And granted, I did not see it until they re-released it, the version you've never seen before, but that's The Exorcist.
oh
And I am telling you, I felt like Beetlejuice watching that film because you remember the line in Beetlejuice, I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it.
no, no. See, that's where me and you are polar opposites. That movie literally jacked me up. It did.
Well, part
I
of what I
slept
was laughing at was Reagan's mom's cigarette. It was the worst editing of any film ever
oh, it kept
because
changing lengths.
no, she'd have a cigarette in her fingers.
Yeah.
She'd put it in her mouth, light the lighter, take the cigarette out of her mouth, and let the lighter go unlit. So this happens several times where she would not light the cigarette at all. There's a scene that comes up where she is in the street talking to the preacher. She's smoking the cigarette. She literally throws the cigarette down on the ground, stomps it out. They go back to the preacher. She comes back. She's got a half lit cigarette in her hand.
Well,
Like the
maybe she's a
one
chain
time she's
smoker.
smoking, she throws it out and then she's got a half burnt cigarette
Well, no
immediately.
one wants to, waste a cigarette. I mean, you're going to pick it up off the ground, right? And by the way, on a side note, I want to thank everyone that's watching right now. I see you. Feel free and chime in with your memories, your favorite stories, because we can see what you're typing. So,
I am
your
monitoring
So
the
we can
chat
actually
here as
see
well.
what
So
movie screwed you up. What was your favorite childhood memory? Whether it was trick or treating, and you had a well. This is a true story, by the way. One of my friends was trick or treating. I'm not naming names because God rest his soul. But anyways, we were out trick or treating, and he was dressed as a girl, and I was dressed as a ghost, and he didn't wear any underwear on with his dress, and he lost his dress. He stepped on his dress, and he lost it going up to the steps. He stepped on it and went whoop, straight down, and it's like, there's the people at the door, and everything. It's like boom. He's like, trick or treat. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, pull your dress up. Though those the people died. They thought that's the most hilarious thing. So
So
I was,
you
dude, you're supposed to wear something up underneath that. But
you
anyway.
said something about trick or treating, and it made me think of the original costumes that we used to wear
Oh god,
with
yes. The
the
plastic
plastic mask
masks.
with the elastic rubber band that went around your head
You
and
know
the
what? I got
plastic costume.
one.
Well, you
I got
know,
2 of them in my bedroom on display.
they have NECA has
Mhm.
made figures of those Cooper costumes, and I meant to get mine out and put them back here and forgot when I was decorating, but I have the complete set of the DC Comics superhero action figures in the original costumes.
Oh, cool.
So those I love those figures. They've done them for the classic monsters. They've done them for the DC Comics characters. They've done them for Beetlejuice. I think Alf has one. Like all the costumes that were done back in the day, they are actually doing them in these figures.
Now you
The
do
only
know that Nika can actually recreated those vintage masks as well.
Yeah, I know last year because I haven't been to the Halloween store this year, just because I haven't been to the city with it because my little small town doesn't have it. But the the Spirit Halloween store last year had I know the Flash costume like that,
Mhm.
and they had something else. Maybe I can't remember who it was, but I know they had at least two, and the Flash was one of them that I saw.
Yeah, so I may get up and go jump and go run to my bedroom right quick and get those 2. They're vintage masks from, like, when we were children's. We were children's. But, my story on The Exorcist, Chris, I slept with a Bible up underneath my pillow. It messed me up so bad. But I do remember what did no, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if my memory is serving me incorrectly, which more than likely it is. Didn't they have a dinner party there? There's that dinner, and they was drinking wine, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it a different movie? And I remember seeing the glasses, like, they were full, then they were empty. Then he had some in it, then they were full again. It's like the levels kept changing into glasses. Was that on The Exorcist, or was I
I
remembering something
I don't
else?
remember it. It could, I mean, there were multiple Exorcist movies, so it could have been on a sequel. It could have been in the original.
Up
Because I only watched The Exorcist once,
ciao.
and that was when they re-released it in theaters in like 1999.
Mm-mm.
So
I've seen that movie one time, and that was back in, okay, I had already graduated from high school, and I was 17 in 1990, so it was probably whenever I was 19 years old when I saw The Exorcist. And I was like, "Oh God, save me from this. This woman's going to come and get me. She's going to send demons after me. She's going to possess me. She's going to get me." No, that scared me to death. I'm talking about scared me to death. Okay, Brian has chimed in here. Says movie possession totally fucked me up when she has a satanic miscarriage in the station with all the blood and mucus colored gut coming, and totally freaked me out. I've not seen that movie. Have you seen it, Chris?
I have not. I haven't watched
When
a
did
lot of.
Possession come out, Brian? Let me know that.
I have not watched a lot of the exorcism. I watched the American Exorcism or whatever it was called. The Last American Exorcism, whatever it was, Donald Sutherland was in it, and the ending, I was just that's really what it was.
Well,
There's
it 1983 is when that movie came out. So, okay, I'm gonna put that on my to watch list. If you wouldn't mind after the show, would you mind texting that over to me so I can put them on watch list? Because I'm gonna watch several different vintage horror movies this week. I've already got 2 lined up that I need to watch. I always try to watch them before Christmas, Halloween.
Walking Before Christmas.
But any of the horror movies that has anything to do with possession, ghosts, demons, any of that shit. Here's offerings. Lamar chimes in with offerings. Do you know which one that is, Chris?
Burnt Offerings, yeah, that's the one with Betty Davis.
Really?
Yes.
What's it about?
I am not real thrilled with it, so let me just pull it up because I can't tell you right off hands. I've only been in the room when it was on. I haven't actually watched it. So it's a
So
1976 film. A wealthy family agrees to caretake a huge, isolated, dilapidated mansion for the summer in order to get away and spend some quality time together. And then the possessions start happening.
yeah, anything to do with possession, ghosts, like any of the Conjuring movies. I watched the first Conjuring movie, and that one was filmed in North Carolina at an old house. Um, and and especially whenever all the Conjuring movies are coming on, they always have that blurb across the front of it, and it really like screws with my psyche when it says based on true events. First thought in my head is fuck this. I haven't anything to do with this, and I'm not watching it by myself either. So, in
Well,
fact, I did not watch Conjuring by myself. I was in with 2 other friends, and I'm a screamer at a horror movie. If it's a good movie, I will scream bloody murder. And I would scream bloody murder because I mean, I grew up. I mean, I'm going to give you a little background. I did grow up in a haunted house and where ghosts were prevalent. And I told mom and daddy about them all the time. They would come to my bedroom at night, and some of them would get me out of bed. And that's no joke. And that would mess you up as a kid. And then I've lived in other haunted houses too. So when that trust stuff really happens to you, you just don't get used to it. You just get screwed up even more. So Brian chimed in with Hereditary, Midsummer by Ari Aster are great.
yeah, the Hereditary is Tony Collette, and I enjoy anything with Tony Collette. And Burnt Offerings, I've because Lamar mentioned it a minute ago. This is the description on Google. The full description: Ben, played by Oliver Reed, and Marion Roth, played by Karen Black, who is of course a famous horror actress, can't believe how cheap the rent is at their great Victorian summer home. Over time, however, they begin to sense that there's something peculiar about the place. Marion becomes strangely obsessed with keeping house. Ben finds himself prone to unusual bursts of anger, and his vivacious Aunt Elizabeth, played by Betty Davis, becomes withdrawn, then mysteriously dies. As the couple tries to adjust, they wonder if the house itself could be responsible. So that is Burnt Offerings. And Lamar, of course, saying The Exorcist and
Exorcist Deliverance, when did that come
Deliverance.
out?
That I unless he's talking about two different films, I don't know of an Exorcist Deliverance.
Let's see here. Oh, I don't see anything about
The
it.
Deliverance
Actually, AI comes up as how to deliver an exorcism. It's right
on
there. AI is telling
on
you how to deliver it.
on mine. I pulled up
Er,
the Exorcist Deliverance movie, and it says The Deliverance is a Netflix horror movie from director Lee Daniels, released in 2024, that is based on a true story of an exorcism in Gary, Indiana. The film stars Andra Day as a single mother, Ebony Jackson, who must fight a demonic presence that takes over her family after they move into a new home. The movie is inspired by the real life experiences of the Ammons family and the exorcisms performed on them in 2012.
Okay,
And that must be the one because it said Netflix.
that's a nope for me. Based on true events? No, 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 no.
But now for me, I I personally want a um story. Like not just slasher, not just the get the spirit out of her, the and just real quick, Lamar said the documentary is called Demon House on Hulu. So apparently that's the documentary for the Ammon family. But I love Hitchcock films. They're not
No.
really scary, but they definitely deliver. And the Alfred Hitchcock shows, let me tell you, one of the best episodes of his shows for spookiness is called An Unlocked Window. It's season 3 of the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Paul, I've had you watch it before. It's where they have the home health nurses being stalked and killed. And they started out where the nurse Frida is leaving the house, and as she's walking home, she thinks somebody's behind her. She gets attacked and killed. They skip to the news report on the TV, pan out, and it's two home health nurses in this house with the patient who's asleep in an oxygen tent, and the maid, I'm guessing, and the groundskeeper. And the groundskeeper has to go to the get the oxygen tank because the younger nurse didn't check the oxygen level, and the storm keeps moving in, and the storm is a character in the episode. And then they start getting calls of the killer stalking them and laughing on the phone and such, and the maid goes crazy, so they drug her and she's asleep, and it keeps building as it goes along. Such a great episode. It's free on a lot of streaming platforms for the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. I highly recommend watching that episode if nothing else. But the the movie that really changed the horror genre in the 90s, if you ask me, is definitely Scream. Like it went from being slasher gore to gore with an actual real
Story.
feasible plot
Mhm.
and the mystery back into it.
Yeah, the whole slasher films, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, is whenever Halloween burst in. And an interesting story about the movie Halloween, and that was kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis's breakout role as the official Scream Queen. I watched. You ever watch any of those shows on Netflix that said the shows and movies that started? That
Yeah, I've
start.
watched the movies that made us.
Did you watch the Halloween one?
I don't think I did, but if I did, I don't remember it.
Well, the Halloween one was very interesting. It had an extremely low budget. I think it's like $30,000. If you think back about the movie, I've seen it many times. There's no blood. There's no scenes of actually anyone. I mean, there was just no blood because blood was just another budget. No one really got paid for that movie for making it until after the movie came out. It was so low budget that they couldn't even hardly afford to feed the actors in the movie. That's how low budget this thing is. Um, the director of Exorcist, I mean, of Halloween. Uh, Name of the director of Halloween, the film. Let's see
John
here.
Carpenter.
John
John Carpenter.
Carpenter had a vision of this film, and he got this together. And when it first came out in Halloween many years ago, that it came out right before Halloween, and it showed on two screens, and they couldn't even afford to advertise for it. They couldn't, so they relied on word of mouth, and as word of mouth got out, they opened up a few more screens. They started showing. I mean, they started selling out just kept selling out, kept spreading, kept spreading. Next thing you know, it went nationwide, and this thing ended up doing gangbusters on a barely a shoestring budget. But that was the start of the slasher hard genre, and then after that,
It
um,
wasn't.
what was the first film?
I don't know what the first film was,
In my
but
mind, it was Halloween, the first slasher
you've
movie I ever
got
saw.
to go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a slasher film, and it
Mhm.
was released in 1974. Halloween in 1978. So
Well, yeah,
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre definitely predates it. And again, I don't know if it's actually the first slasher film because I think of movies like The Night of the Living Dead that were out
what
in
is
the
the first
60s,
slasher film?
and
Hitchcock's Psycho. That's
well,
what
see,
that's
there
what
you go.
AI is saying. Yeah.
That makes sense because it was
It was
yeet,
widely
yeet,
considered
yeet,
the first
yeet,
slasher
yeet,
film
yeet.
because it was introduced key tropes like a killer with a knife, even though it's technically more like a psychological thriller. Other films like Black Christmas from 1974 and also Chainsaw Massacre from 1974 also credited with establishing the genre. Halloween in 1978 being the one that cemented the formula that kicked off the actual slasher movie craze. So,
and and let me just remind everybody, we've said it before. If you're going to watch Black Christmas, watch the original Black Christmas. Do not watch either one of the remakes.
the first one, I believe, is remade twice, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
Because we watched all of them, and the first one by far outshines all of them, and it was the best one. It really
So
was.
remember, Margot Kidder, who played Lois Lane in Superman, was in the good or Black Christmas. Watch that one. Don't watch the other two. You'll be wasting your time.
So, with that being said, Michael Myers is out there killing people, and then what did they want to do? Let's redo the whole hard genre again with another slasher, and who did they introduce? Jason Voorhees, another masked killer. Then that's
And
whenever Friday the 13th came out in 1982. What year did the Friday the 13th come out in?
1980.
1980, May 9th, 1980. I'm
And
surprised that it came
and
out in May.
because I have to every time we talk about Friday the 13th, I have to remind everybody Wonder Woman spawned Jason. Wonder Woman in 1979 on CBS on the two-part episode The Boy Who Knew Her Secret went to Crystal Lake. The next year, Jason was terrorizing Crystal Lake.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Well, not
and
him,
you can
his
look it up. The
mother.
Boy Who Knew Her Secret. One of the last episodes of season 3 is, or 4, however, wherever you're watching it, however they list it, because it's complicated. But one of the last episodes of the series, The Boy Who Knew Her Secret, she goes to Crystal Lake.
Well, technically, Jason did make an appearance at the very end of the film of Friday the 13th as a boy, but it was his mother that was killing everyone. So, Jason didn't really make his appearance until Friday the 13th Part 2, as he was able to go out and kill for his mother then. So, to get revenge. So,
And what famous star was in Friday the 13th before he was even known?
hold on. Kevin Bacon.
There you go.
Kevin Bacon was introduced on Friday the 13th Part 1. He was in
Yep.
that one. The Baconator.
Six
So,
degrees of Kevin Bacon.
yeah. So, needless to say, he didn't live very long. But, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet. Now, Chris,
Spoiler alert for a movie that's 45 years old.
you know what my favorite Friday the 13th film is? The fan made film on YouTube.
No. For those who didn't listen to
Yes.
our podcast,
Yes.
Paul forced me to watch this piece of crap fan made film with a porn star named
Oh my God, I'm
Diana Prince
crying here.
that stole the alias of Wonder Woman in this movie. And
Oh.
it was absolutely Horrible.
Oh, please!
Horrible.
The special effects in that was, by far better than Halloween 1, At least
No,
they
they
had
weren't.
blood in it.
It was like somebody off stage just had a bucket and slung it. Those old time
Hey, they
tactics.
did have a real legit actress in this. Instead of her sitting there going, "Oh, daddy," there she's going, "Run, daddy."
But now I did
Okay.
pull up 3 articles. I don't know if you wanna talk about which one first, but one is from Screen Rant. It's the 20 best Halloween-themed episodes of all time. One is from Billboard. It is the 25 biggest Halloween songs of all time on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oh, they're
And the other
amazing.
one is from Rotten Tomatoes. It's not really an article, it's just the the movie posters listed down through there, but it's the best horror movies to stream currently. And by stream currently, it doesn't mean that it's streaming on a service. It might be stream, rent to watch, buy to watch, because I know that Him was one of them on there, and I was like, Him is actually on there already, and it was to rent or buy. It was not to actually stream to watch on a one of the apps.
You know what I find interesting is there's two things I wanna mention right quick. That Sci-Fi is running Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows as part of a Halloween horror movie. What's very dark, actually, but they're
Which
showing it
is
on rotation in part of their horror area,
which
horror
is
shows. Do it.
which is
So, well, not just that it's very dark, but also, guess what album is the number one album once again, and it's been in the top. It's been in the top Billboard Top 200 for 700 weeks. What album could that possibly be?
must be Thriller because Paul's got an obsession.
Thriller is number one again, the Billboard charts. There's three different
Oh,
charts. It's number one now.
since we're mentioning Billboard, did you see who topped the Apple iTunes chart with a 30-year-old song?
Mm, no.
The new remix or the old remix, but the newly released remix of Human Nature by Madonna actually hit number 1 on the Apple iTunes
I
chart.
wonder what caused that.
It's the 30th anniversary of Bedtime Stories, and she's
Oh,
re-releasing like she did with the Ray of Light album.
yeah.
She's re-releasing stuff that didn't get released the first time.
Oh, okay, well, that's cool. Kind of like what Michael Jackson did when he died, when he came out with those posthumous albums. But anyway, back to horror. So let's just kind of touch base on some, not go so much into the whole depth of it. Just kind of hit the highlights of all three of those, if you don't mind. But just don't go into too much depth on it.
Well, I can just scroll down through because there are episodes in this 20 best Halloween themed episodes of all time that I didn't watch, so I have nothing to say. And the first one, I didn't even like the series. I thought it was way
Now, is
overrated.
this like the first one would be number one of all time? Is that what they're saying?
Well, it's 22 number one.
Oh,
So
20.
it's
So we're on number
it,
20 right now?
yes.
Okay, what is it?
It's the one with the Halloween party, Friends season 8, episode 6.
I haven't seen it.
Number 19 is Summerween, Gravity Falls season 1, episode 12. I have also not watched that, and I know Paul hasn't.
Nope. But I did
Number
go to
8,
Summerween in Salem this past year in June, and that was fun.
I I had never heard of it before this, so I don't know anything about it. Number 18 is the episode Greg Pikitis, Parks and Recreation season 2, episode 7, another show I didn't watch.
Mm-mm.
I'm starting to see a theme here building. Number 17, The Ghost of Sweet 613 from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, season 1, episode 19. So guess what?
I haven't seen that either, but I am very familiar with Zack and Cody because I have watched a couple. Wasn't that on Disney, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, and it was I was too old when it came on. I'm not going back to watch it.
No.
Number 16, A River of Candy Corn Runs Through It. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Season 2, Episode 7. Again, I didn't watch it.
Now
It was the original
that's the original
Sabrina.
show, and I would do that is on my to do watch list because I really want to see the Sabrina Teenage Witch, the original series.
Uh, I accidentally clicked something that I didn't mean to click. Okay, I got to get back. Let's see. Number 15 is the episode titled Halloween New Girl, Season 2, Episode 6. Again,
So the original season of the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch came out in 1996 TV series. I do want to watch that.
now number 14, we've both seen. I can promise you that. The episode is titled It's the Great Pumpkin, Sam Winchester.
Oh yes,
Supernatural Season 4, Episode 7. And
SPN baby, SPN.
and a show that is filled with things perfect to watch for the Halloween season. They do have an actual Halloween themed episode, and it was really good. Was it was
That's the
Simone
one
with
with
Simone, wasn't it?
Thelma. That's the one they had Thelma and all of them on. Yeah,
When they it was yeah the demon Swain or however you say it, spelled Sam Hain. I think it's pronounced Swain, something
it's
like that.
Samhain. Yeah.
Fallon, I can never remember. I don't know if Paul watched it, but I did, and I was not overly thrilled with this series, and everybody seemed to love it. Number 13, all new Halloween Spooktacular, WandaVision Season 1, Episode 6. So there's your Marvel
I
themed
watched
show.
all the WandaVisions and I love them. So,
See, I thought it was overrated.
and then he come
Mm,
out with that other show after it with the witch. Um,
The, oh, yeah, oh, what was Agatha All Along.
Agatha all along.
And
Yes,
that show I really did enjoy. Didn't
and I did.
understand all the comic references that were in it because I didn't read them, but
Yeah.
I did enjoy that one.
Okay. What else we got?
Number 12, and I agree with all of the episodes they did for Halloween being on this list. Boo. Roseanne season 2 episode 7. Unfortunately, Roseanne went crazy, but her Halloween episodes back in the day were really good.
They were really good. I remember those.
Number 11. I'm sure Paul has seen this. I have not. Again, the episode is titled Halloween Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 2, Episode 6.
Yep, seen it. Love me some
Number
Buffy.
number 10, and we're starting into the top 10 here. And then there was Sean, Boy Meets World, Season 5, Episode 17. Again, did not watch it.
Not Boy Meets World. No.
Number 9, I know we've both seen, and I think we can both agree that it was great. Chapter 2, Trick or Treat Freak, Stranger Things, Season 2, Episode 2.
Ah, I'm rewatching all the episodes right now, getting ready for the new season.
We
And
are
I'm
on the
on.
last episode of the rewatch.
Are you?
Yep.
I'm on season 3, episode 5 or 6 right now, something like that.
Number 8, Terror Tales of the Park 3, the regular show, Season 5, Episode 8. I don't know anything about it other than it's Cartoon Network show. Number 7, again, an episode titled Halloween, Modern Family, Season 2, Episode 6. And let me see if it says here. Apparently, this was not the one. Wasn't it Modern Family that had uh, Robert England come on as Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, he was Freddy Krueger on there.
So I don't. It's not saying anything about that on this episode. but I remembered Robert Englund because I watched that episode. It's the only episode of the series I've ever watched.
Oh, that reminds me, when we talk about slasher films, and then it was Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, it was Jason, and then Freddy. Anyway, go ahead.
I put Freddy on top because
Well, I'm talking about in the order that they came out.
oh, and for me, Freddy's going to be the top because he was great,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's going to be impossible to top Robert Englund's performance. Let's just admit it.
And they're trying to talk him to do another one, but he's like 80 years old, so I don't know how he'd do that.
Number 6, the episode titled "Epidemiology Community," season 2, episode 6, which I have not seen. Number 5, another series I did not watch, but I actually do want to watch, "The Slutty Pumpkin: How I Met Your Mother," season 1, episode 6.
The slutty pumpkin.
I cannot believe this series is this high. I have never gotten the thrill over this show at all, but the episode is titled "The Haunting." Number 4, Bob's Burgers, season 6, episode 3.
Never seen a Bob's Burger. I do know what it is, but never seen it.
I have tried watching it. I just cannot fathom why it's so popular. Number 3, another episode called Halloween. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, season 1, episode 6, another show I did not watch.
Uh,
Number 2, Candy Zombies, Abbott Elementary, season 2, episode 6. It's gotten rave reviews. I have never watched it.
Candy zombies. That's what they call children when they come up to your door begging for candy. Gives me some candy.
And at number 1, what I was waiting to see, the show that has conveniently not shown up in this countdown so far, is number 1, and you really can't argue. I mean, you might be able to argue which episode, but number 1, Treehouse of Horror 5, The Simpsons, season 6, episode 6.
I was going to say it's got to be because whenever you're building up to it, because I do know that the Simpson had some uh, really cool Halloween episodes. So, but
And now, honorable mention because they never did an actual Halloween episode. The X Files is perfect. It pretty much any episode you go to, you are perfect for Halloween.
I
So,
love. What I need to do. Have
and
you
that was
got
not in
that?
the article. That was just me, by the way.
Have you got that? Yeah, of course, you got it on your account. I want to start. I want to start rewatching all of the X Files through sequential order. That's what I want to do. That's really what
I
I want to do.
I have seasons 1 through 6 on digital, and season 11, I believe. 7, 8, 9, and 10, I have not yet gotten, but I have everything on DVD and Blu-ray. So
Unfortunately, I don't own a DVD player or a Blu-ray player.
I own both.
But yeah, was talking about Fred Krueger there for a minute, and there was actually quite a number of films. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine,
If you
ten.
count if you count the remake or Freddy versus Jason, which I don't because I have no desire to watch the remake, and Freddy versus Jason was just bad, plain out bad.
And there's a film that came out in 2010 called Never Sleep Again. You know, one, two, Freddy's
That
coming
was a
for you.
documentary.
It's a documentary on it. I didn't know that that's on Amazon. I might have to watch that. The
I
Elm
think
Street
I've got it on
Legacy.
my Voodoo as well.
Yeah, it's called the Elm Street Legacy, and I think that would be interesting. And poor Robert England, bless his heart, he is not looking too well. He is.
He's old.
I know he is. I'm looking him up right now as we speak.
But,
So
another great movie
he's
that he was
78 years old right now.
another great movie that he was in that doesn't get the notice that I think it should. Sorry, but the 2001 Maniacs. I absolutely love that movie. Let me take a drink and see if I can get this tickle out of my throat.
He's in quite a lot of horror type genres.
Yeah, he was in a TV movie, Robin Cook's Mortal Fear, I think is what it was. Had Joanna Kerns in it, and I loved Joanna Kerns on TV movies. Like
He
she was the
played
best queen of them in my book.
he also played in Felix Faust in Justice League the Riddler on the Batman, the animated
Well,
series.
that definitely fits.
The Vulture on the Spectacular Spider-Man, and
I
oh
wonder
yeah,
if he played both.
he played in Charmed. He played in one of the episodes as Charmed. I remember that. I just watched it not too long ago.
I wonder if he was the Vulture when the Vulture was old and young on Spider-Man.
It just says he played the Vulture. That's all it says. So anyway, very talented actor. Uh, I've enjoyed the very first film of Nightmare on Elm Street. That was really, really scary for me, especially when those claws are coming through the wall, that big old claw coming through above Nancy's head, and I'm going, and then it's like, and then it regressed back on the wall, and she looks up and she starts patting down the wall behind her, going,
It
"What was
wasn't the
that?"
claw coming through, it was his
His
head.
face, that's what it was. His face coming through, and then she looks up and she starts feeling to the wall, and he's not there, and that was a scary effect, and that really did scare me, and then whenever Nancy's being dragged through the hallways in that plastic body bag in the school, leaving a pool of blood behind her, yeah, that was pretty creepy, and I remember going to the movies and seeing that. I mean, I was like, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die." I mean, it was
And
awful.
and remember, Johnny Depp actually returned in what was it, the 6th one?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
I remember I remember the very first film he's in, it was A Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's part 1 where he's laying in bed and it says introducing Johnny Depp while it's rolling the credits coming up for it. And it shows him laying in bed with a TV on his stomach. I mean, who lays in a bed with a TV on their stomach? But we basically do that right now, except we have a TV in our hands. But and then the claws come up and get him, and blood starts pouring out of the mattress. So yeah, that's he didn't live very long.
Oh, he lived through more than half the movie.
Well, I'm just saying, seems like him being Johnny Depp. Oh, that's right. Johnny Depp is going to be playing the new Ebenezer Scrooge in the new remake of the movie uh, of A Christmas Carol.
I'll be sticking with The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Except this is going to be a dark Christmas Carol. They're
I
making
will
it
stick with
dark.
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
My favorite one was what's that older dude from 1970? The
George
one
C.
that they showed
Scott.
on television all the time.
I know George C. Scott was in one.
Crockett. Yeah,
Patrick Stewart was on one on TNT in the 90s. But I looked it up. Johnny Depp appears in a brief cameo in Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, the 6th Nightmare on Elm Street film, which was released in 1991. He reprises his role as Glenn Lance in a dream sequence, appearing on a TV during a commercial that spoofs a parody. Depp's character famously met a gruesome end in the original 1984 film, but this cameo is possible because it takes place within a nightmare. So that is from Google AI overview. So there you go. He did return for Nightmare 6.
that's really cool. Now, Chris, I'm going to interview you again for a couple minutes. Did you go? Did you and your brother go trick or treating much when you were a child? Did you?
Yeah, we went
Now
regularly.
you grew up in Virginia, correct?
No,
Where'd you grow up
Florida
in?
and North Carolina. I was born in Virginia and lived there for a few years, but then moved to Florida and then North Carolina.
So you did. How long did you trick or treat? Do you remember?
I really
From
don't.
what age to what age?
I honestly don't know. I didn't keep track of it. I was probably just before high school when I stopped trick or treating.
I remember I started trick or treating when I was just a tiny little kid. my mom and daddy would team up with another family, and we'd all ride around in a conversion van. So it's 4 of us and 4 kids, mom and dad, and then the other mom and dad, and us 4 kids. They drove us around. Now I'm talking about this was an Olympic event, but we would trick or treat out here in the rural areas. We never did go to town like everybody else did, where they could just go walk door to door. We actually had to get in the car and drive, get in the car and drive, I remember coming back with big old grocery bags, and like back when you had paper bags full of candy. I mean, we would take it. Me and my brother would take it. We'd dump it out on the floor, and we'd go through it. And it's like I would hover over mine like a hungry cat or something. And it's like, no, mine. And mom and daddy is constantly, I want that. And I'm like, no, I did that. So I would have candy. Honestly, I would have candy till April of next year. And my mom would finally throw it out. And she's like, you don't need this. But that's how much candy I would have. I think I trick or treated every year starting out when I was like, I don't know, 4, 3 or 4. And I trick or treated all up until I was like 10, maybe 11. And then I kind of stopped. The last time I went trick or treating was whenever me and my friend, that's whenever he dressed up in a dress. We were actually about 15 years old, and technically we were too old, but you know what? We were talked into doing it. But you know what? Everybody gave us candy, and it was so fun. So, um, one of my fondest memories is going trick or treating as kids, and we had so much candy. I love it. No wonder I'm pre-diabetic. But you know what? I'd do it all
Yeah.
over again.
I I still eat a lot of candy even though I didn't get that as much as you did trick or treating. But real quick, I just wanna go through this Billboard list, and then we'll get to your stories that you had. The number 25, and again, this is their take on Halloween songs, not mine. Some of them I'll agree with, some of them I won't, but it's what charted on the Billboard Hot 100, and some of them are just because of the titles. But number 25, Eagles' Witchy Woman.
I like that.
Peaked at number 9. Number 24, Blue Oyster Cult. Don't Fear the Reaper. Peaked at number 12 in 1976.
It's okay.
I'll agree with Don't Fear the Reaper. That, I mean, they used it in Supernatural. They used it in I Know What You Did Last Summer, I think. Number 23, Golden Earring, Twilight Zone. Peaked at number 10 in 1983. This is shocking. Way down here. Number 22, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
What the? Okay.
Hot
What?
100
Okay.
peaked number
What
4.
the actual fuck? You would think that would be number 1, but I think I know what number 1 is. Okay, Chris, you ain't seen number 1 yet, right? I'm gonna go ahead
Right.
and call it. It's the Monster Mash.
Well, I don't know if they're doing it by actual chart success
Oh,
or what. So
okay, keep going.
we'll see if you end up being right. But yeah, you can't deny Thriller for Halloween. Number 21, Elvis Presley with the Jordanaires. You're the Devil in Disguise.
Ooh, I like that song. I
Peaked
don't
at
think of it
number
as being a
3 in
Halloween song though.
1963. Well, it's again Devil.
Devil,
That's
yeah.
why.
How about
Number
Devil with a
20.
blue dress, Devil with a blue dress on?
Number 20, Olivia Rodrigo, who I don't think I've ever heard a song by her. Vampire. Peaked at number 3 in 2023.
Really?
Number 19, Bobby V, Devil or Angel. Peaked at number 6 in 1960. Number 18, and this I won't be listening to, Justin Bieber, Ghost. Peaked at number 5 in 2022.
Justin Bieber's so misunderstood, bless him.
Number 17, the Charlie Daniels Band, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Peaked at
Uh,
number 3 in 1979. And
I
I,
don't
I
really
would I will agree with that because it's actually about the devil. It's not a metaphor or anything. It's the actual devil in that song. So,
I don't really consider that a Halloween movie, a
but it is the
song.
actual devil in it. So
Yeah,
I'll
I
I'll give them
guess.
that. Number 16, Kodak Black Super Gremlin. I don't know anything about it. It peaked number 3 on 2022. Number 15, Santana Black Magic Woman.
I like that
Number
song.
4 in 1971. Number 14, Creedence Clearwater Revival Bad Moon Rising. Peaked at number 2 in 1969.
I love that song too.
Number 13, Cliff Richard Devil Woman. Peaked at number 6 in 1976. Number 12, The Classics 4, Spooky. Peaked at number 3 in 1968.
I remember I like that song too.
Number 11, Imagine Dragons Demons. Peaked at number 6 in 2013. I was not a fan, so another surprise, and especially for being this high, number 10, In Excess Devil Inside. Peaked at number 2 in 1988.
I didn't see that.
Ah. Number 9, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, Devil with a Blue Dress On slash Good Golly Miss Molly.
I just said that, didn't I?
The number
Kitty,
4 in
kitty.
1966. Oh, makes sense, and I never would have thought about it. Number 8, Janet Jackson, Black
Black
Cat.
cat. Mm.
Peaked at number 1 in 1990.
Yeah, Janet's actually doing a show in Vegas right now. She's got a
And at number
residency.
7, another one that makes perfect sense that I wouldn't have thought about. Cher, Dark Lady laughed and danced and lit the
Ooh,
candles one by one.
well, I love that song.
Peaked at number 1 in 1974.
Dark Lady.
Number 6, Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. Peaked at number 2 in 1984.
Let's just go ahead and call it for what it is. It only went up that high because of Michael Jackson sang background vocals.
I think that it was more than just that. It was a good song. I
It
mean,
would never have went like that. It's the only hit that boy ever had was with Michael singing it.
it was a good song. Number 5, Bobby Brown, On Our Own, from Ghostbusters 2, which is
Ghost.
actually part
I
of the
didn't
Halloween
think about
soundtrack.
that. I like that song. Yeah.
Which I'm wondering if Ghostbusters will be the number 1 song. I was thinking about that before I saw
You
this one
know
come up.
what? You got a point.
But On Our Own was number 2 in 1989. Number 4, Eminem featuring Rihanna, The Monster. Peaked at number 1 in 2013. I was never an Eminem fan,
I
so
do like that song. You know he's an ally.
I know, but still, I was never a fan. Number 3 is the song that the Heavenly Bodies came out to the ring in Smoky Mountain Wrestling with, that Jim Cornette picked for them. Just a little tidbit of information for you there. It's the Edgar Winter Group Frankenstein, complete instrumental song. It's actually a really good song, too. Peaked at number 1 in 1973. Oh, we have number 2, Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. Peaked at number 1 in 1984. And drum roll,
Yeah.
the number 1 Halloween song on the Billboard charts, Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers, Monster Mash.
Oh, I called it.
Peaked at number 1 in 1962. So Paul got that one right. But there again, Thriller at number 22. Who would have thought that?
I mean, it's like the number one. It's still the biggest selling album of all time. It's still charting. It's been a Billboard Top 200 for 700 weeks now. I mean, Who'd have thought? But I did remember there's a show that used to air on it still does on a podcast, but it's Bob and Sherry, but now it's just Sherry Lynch. She does it by herself with
I can't roll my
um
eyes hard enough.
Dwight.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough.
Anyway, they did interview him. The guy who sang that song and performed it, he lived in New York. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but this has been probably about 20 years ago. And they, how did you come up with the song, the Monster Mash? You came up with it. And they said that's basically your only song you ever came out with, or that was basically his only hit. Well, I can understand. I think that was his only song.
No,
Well, his
he
only
has.
hit.
He actually did more for in that vein. Like there are several Monster Mash type songs, and I can't remember the names of them. I'll look it up while you're talking.
So they interviewed him and said, well, did you become rich? What happened? What all did you do with all that money? He said, I didn't get rich. He said, but it's paid my rent. It's paid all my bills, and it's given me spending money my whole life. In which that's all you can ask for. That one song. So I thought that was pretty cool that he lived by that one song his whole life. I mean, we all just need a one hit wonder somehow, some way. We all need to come out with a song that's going to sell a couple million albums or couple million downloads. I don't know what we could do, but anyway, Chris, we need to come up with a song. What you got an idea
Well,
for?
just real quick
We
from
need to be
Google,
rich.
the Google list of songs of Bobby Boris Pickett. There's the Monster Swim, the Werewolf Watusi, Blood Bank Blues, Transylvania Twist, Graveyard Shift, Monster Rap, Monster Man Jam, Monsters Mash Party, Me and My Mummy, Scully Gully, Wolfbane, Sinister Stomp. So you're getting the idea. They have a
Yeah.
bunch of songs that are in the same vein, but only the Monster Mash really caught on.
Now, there's one song I was really surprised about. It's an old song. Go, oh, there's a werewolf in London. Oh, you remember
That's
that song,
Warren
don't you?
Zevon.
Do
That's
I?
Warren Zevon.
Who? What?
Warren Zevon.
Yeah, because they didn't even mention that song, and I love that song. Ooh, there's a werewolf in London. Oh, they play that song all the time in my showroom because we play 70s music. And I just happen to think about that song. I don't know why they want to mention that because that's a popular song. So, anyway, so some of the more modern movies that's kind of screwed me up over time is any of the Conjuring movies. No, and The Nun when it came out, child. mm, I remember I watched that and I screamed my way through it. It's like a big old woman. Oh, have you watched any of the newer movies, Chris? It's actually scared you? Any of the newer ones, like any of those series?
Nothing really scares me. Like there may be some jump scares, but beyond that, I don't scream out in the movies. Nothing like that.
Right now, going on in Salem is Halloween in Salem, All Hallows Eve, and it's the busiest time in Salem. So if you ever want to go to Salem, don't go during October. Don't. Always go during the summer. Right now, they got a new tradition in summer called Summerween. It's the last weekend in June. Last weekend in June. That's whenever I was up there, and it's actually everything was decorated for Halloween. It was actually really fun. But yeah, all the new horror genre movies. There's so many. It feels like there's just so many coming out. It's so hard to keep up with. But like I said, any of the ghosts, anything like that, I'm not watching it by myself. Anybody want to come over and volunteer and watch them with me, or I'll come over to your house. I'll bring my kitty cat Salem, and we'll sit and watch them. but and I'll bring popcorn. So, but I'm not about to watch any of those new ones because there's a difference, a whole lot of difference in the special effects from way back then to what they are now. It's so real. I mean, it's even the AI that they're coming out with. Um, people can create all these AI images and all this other stuff just simply by using ChatGPT. It's astounding and it's very scary the genre we're going, where we're going to as a society with AI existing. There's tons of videos out there of Michael Jackson, like he's working at a grocery store now, and it looks really like him, but it's all AI. But anyway, all the more
And
modern horror movies, I can't bring myself to watch them because it's just too real.
one thing I've pointed out with the AI videos, if it's extremely crystal clear, you might wanna look for an AI label.
Did they label them, Chris? I didn't know that.
Some of them do, like, TikTok will have, like, in the comments, "This is AI generated," or something like that. If it looks too impossible to be true, you might wanna check it and see, but you said you had some stories that people told you?
Well, there was some of them they were just talking about, how they one of them was the Conjuring series that they said they can't watch. Uh they said that they couldn't even make it through the first Conjuring movie and they had to get out of it. And another one said that the Exorcist, as a coworker, she said she got so scared she peed in her pants as a kid watching it. So that was 2 people that I talked to, and I said, "Give me some Halloween memories, some movies," and it all boiled back to The Exorcist. Everybody was talking about The Exorcist, how much it screwed them up, and it did. It'll fuck with you. It really will. So, and one of them said, which one was that?
Me.
It was it was a werewolf movie that scared them. I believe it's called The Wolf Man. Wasn't that with oh god, the older guy, he's now
Now,
retired from
are
acting.
you talking about Wolf with Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson. It's The Wolf with
That
Jack
was Wolf.
Nicholson. That one scared them as well. That the one of my
That one
coworkers said that
bothered
that
me
scared them.
because I didn't mind killing the people, and people who know me know that I feel this way. Kill people in movies all you want, leave the animals alone. When he went after the deer, I had to close my eyes, I just could not watch that scene. Leave my deer alone. They're peaceful and beautiful creatures that
Oh
don't hurt
dear.
anybody unless they're provoked.
A doe. A deer. So that was basically the gist of it was them talking about their memories of Exorcist and what have you. So but, it's been, Halloween will continue to be a tradition for many years. However you choose to celebrate it. Usually I have a candle here that I usually have lit up for I always light it during Halloween. It's called Yankee Candle Witch's Brew. Smells really good. I don't have it lit up tonight, but it's basically patchouli with some other stuff in with it. So that's one of my favorite candles to light during Halloween. And,
Patchouli is actually what was coded on the "Like a Prayer" album by Madonna, if you got the original cassette or, vinyl.
now what was that again?
Patchouli oil is what they coated the booklets
Oh,
for the
did they?
CDs
I didn't know
and
that.
the cassettes for "Like a Prayer." No, I don't think they did for the CDs, but they definitely did for the cassette.
Yeah, patchouli is, it wards off evil, so, yeah, so, anyway, Chris, you got any more things you wanna talk about the horror genre or
Well,
anything
we did a list of songs, we did a list of television episodes, so I've got a list of horror movies, and just for fun, I'm gonna do the 13 because it's actually 100 on this list
Oh, no,
at
no, we're
least,
not doing 100.
and I'm not going through all 100, but
Nope.
it's imdb.com. It's a search that came up within the website. It's movies that have been rated 25,000 or above times in the horror genre on IMDb. So, number 13, and we're going with 13 because it's Halloween and 13 is the perfect number for Halloween. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari has 8.0 rating on IMDb. I have never seen it. Number
No.
12. I have seen number 12. It is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which also has 8.0. and I did like that movie a lot.
That was a good movie.
Number 11, Rosemary's Baby from 1968. 8.0 again with the rating. Another one I've seen, and I thought this one was overrated. I didn't think it was all that terrifying, but it was a good story. At number 10, the original Diabolique, because they remade it in the 90s with the guy from NYPD Blue, if I'm not mistaken, has an 8.1 rating. At number 9, again with an 8.1 star rating from 1975, the original summer blockbuster, Jaws.
Oh, no, I like that one. That's probably one of my favorites, yeah.
We've talked about it all night long with 8.1 stars from 1973, The Exorcist.
Ugh, I'll never see that again. I don't care if I'm 70 years old, in a home, whatever, I'm never watching that movie again. Ever.
I'm wondering if this is a foreign film because I have never heard of it.
What movie is it?
At number 7 from 2018 with 8.2 stars, Tumbad. Tumbbad.
TU what?
TUM as in Mary, BBAD as in dog.
I'm looking it up. Okay, that looks strange. It's an Indian period folk horror film.
So it's India.
So it's Indian, yeah.
At number 6 with 8.2 stars from 1982, The Thing.
I can see that.
At number 5 with 8.4 stars, Aliens.
Now, I'm surprised that they named Aliens instead of Alien.
This is 25,000 or more ratings is
Okay,
how
because
this
I
list
thought
works.
Alien was bad, as
The
in horror.
number 4, I just don't get the thrill over this version of the movie.
Mm.
From 1980 with 8.4 stars, The Shining. I love the remake that they did on ABC in the two-part miniseries with Steven Weber.
Yeah.
The Jack Nicholson one I thought was overrated. The and honestly, the one with Steven Weber, Stephen King even said it was more accurate to the novel.
Yeah, I've
So,
seen the one with Jack Nicholson, and it it was okay. I wouldn't say it's very scary, but it was okay.
and Paul, here you go from 1979 with 8.5 stars. Number 3, Alien.
Alien, there it is. Okay, so it is higher rated than the original Aliens. Okay, than the Aliens. Okay, good, good, good. I was starting to lose faith in these polls.
At number 2 from 1960, 8.5 stars. The original slasher film, Psycho.
Yep.
And number 1 with 8.6 stars, a movie we have surprisingly not even mentioned tonight,
Hocus Pocus.
1991. We've mentioned Hocus Pocus. You have. But from 1991 with 8.6 stars, the number 1 film with 25,000 or more ratings
Hold on, let me
on
guess.
IMDb for horror.
Let me guess what it is. Don't tell me. Is it truly scary or is it like campy scary?
Well, I would put it more truly scary, but I don't find it
From
scary. So
1991. Wow, I don't know. What is it?
I'll give it away with one sentence.
Okay.
Can you hear the lambs?
Ooh, Silence of the
I
Lambs.
didn't even have to include Clarice.
Now that is a psycho thriller horror movie. That did scare me. I want to tell you a little story about that movie. I watched it on one of my friends' houses. So we convinced his mama to watch it one year. So her and her husband. watch this movie. And she told me when I was going to church regularly, I saw her at church, she said, "Paul, I'm gonna get you." I said, "What?" Her name was Linda. And she goes, I said, "What?" She said, "That movie just scared me." I said, "You talking about Silence of the Lambs?" She said, "Ooh." So that night, I wait till she gets home and the phone rings. And this is back, where you had regular phones, not Star 69, all that crap, because it was, you just regular phones. I was like, "Linda, are the lambs still screaming?" Like that. She went, "Oh, I'm gonna get you!" And she slammed that phone down. And every time I saw her, I go, "Linda, are the lambs still screaming?" Oh, she said that gave me chills. And she said, "I can't watch it. I can't even think about it." She said it was awful. And I said, "Wasn't that loosely based on a true story, Buffalo Bill? Wasn't that real?"
It was based on a novel.
Novel. Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was a great film, Oscar winner.
And it puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets
Honey,
the hose again.
honey. Yeah, leave my fucking dog alone. Hold on, I'm gonna save my cat. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. Don't you get near her. Oh, we don't like other people, do we? So
Oh, and we got to mention before we go, we got to talk about Heather's, which you can correlate it into a Halloween movie if you want to, because of course the movie it's about teenage suicide. So
I was really,
if you
like I said, I haven't seen the Heathers yet, but I saw the play. I told Chris,
musical,
I went like this. I went, "Oh my God, there's a lot of death in this play." It's like everybody's getting killed off left and right.
that was the whole point.
I said,
But
"This is a little dark."
Heather's is a true black comedy. Like you really cannot deny that it is a black comedy.
So we went together last what Friday? Friday this past Friday,
That was
Friday week,
this
Friday
past
week
Friday, 1 week before it.
is past Friday week. So we got together and we went and saw that at a small community theater at the Brookford Community Center there in Hickory. And
Well, it's in Brookford, but a suburb
don't
of
you
Hickory.
ever sit us down on metal bleachers again.
I all I did was buy tickets that were $10 a piece in the flash sale. I didn't know what the seats were, but it was a
Flash.
great show.
We were sitting on metal bleachers like in a gymnasium. My ass was killing me.
But it was worth it because the show was fantastic.
It was a good show, and we actually was right there in the action. I mean, it's like it's happening right here in front of us. So,
Like
yeah,
just a quick shout out. The production company is a local production company called Just Two Guys Productions. They put on multiple plays, they do drag brunches, they do a lot of fun stuff here in the area, entertainment wise. So if you're in the Hickory area, definitely look up Just Two Guys Productions. But they did Steel Magnolias earlier this year, which I didn't get to see, and then they did Heather's the musical this time, which phenomenal. And I think you might still be able to watch Heather's the musical on Roku channel. I meant to look it up and forgot, so you have to look it up for yourself to see if it's still in there. But Heather's the musical was on the Roku channel at one point from the actual stage production. And the original movie was fantastic. It had Christian Slater and Winona Ryder. Shannon Doherty was one of the Heathers. But the one thing I want to say about Heathers the musical here locally, one character that I really always focused on was the character of Martha Dunstock because as a kid I was the one who was picked on a lot and I could relate to her. And it was Emily Hill was the actress who played her here locally, and she was phenomenal in that role. I went up to her after the show that night and told her that I thought she did a great job, and I posted on Facebook about her. because I watched her and just the way she carried herself, the way she made faces and gestures, and like when she got the love letter that was supposed to be from Ram, the way her eyes lit up, the way she was all swooning, just every bit of movement she made was so perfect. And then the sorrow that she felt, you could feel it from her own appearance. So she really was phenomenal in that role, and I
She
have to brag on her for that.
she was a good actress. I really like that. Yeah, she was really into the role, and I
I
could
mean,
tell.
no, not that any of them did a bad job because they were all great in their roles, but that was the character that I focused on. That was the one I watched the way she reacted in the movie or in the play, and she was just spot on. So so again, support your local
So,
theater because
yep.
you might be really surprised at how good the shows can be
Yeah,
locally.
support your local theater. I've been to some amazing shows over the years. Very fun, and it's very fun to get out in the community and meet other people of other like-minded people. So it is always fun to do that.
And and I guess that's pretty much it. Did you have anything more you wanted to touch on?
No, I think that's it.
The kitties are attacking. The kitties are
Kitties, some
attacking.
kitties. So let's go forth. Have a safe, fun Halloween coming up. However you choose to celebrate, whether you're going to sit indoors like me, I'm going to sit here and light my candle. I'm going to. There's two horror movies I'm going to watch that night. Chris, I'm going. I got, of course, the best werewolf movie of all time is Silver Bullet, in my opinion.
And another one we didn't mention,
Corey Haim
which
is it,
probably the other one is the other one we didn't mention.
and the other one is my favorite vampire movie of all time, The Lost Boys.
And for Halloween music, that soundtrack is amazing.
So I sent you that TikTok on The Lost Boys. Remember seeing that bridge? How low it
I
was to the ground?
I didn't get a chance to watch it because I
You need
forgot
to
about it
watch it.
today, and
Watch that, and it's showing filming locations from the Lost Boys. They're actually holding on to that railroad trestle. Well, it's barely 10 feet off the ground, and it made it look like they were going to fall 30 feet down. And all they had to do is drop and let go, and it was going to hit the ground immediately. So it was all optical illusion, and all those places are real that they filmed that at. Um, it's really interesting. But yeah, those are the two films I'm watching Halloween night. That's my lineup. I
well,
always
there's
watch them on. Usually, I watch Hocus Pocus, but I've watched Hocus Pocus. I've watched it already about a dozen times this month, so I'm saving those two films for that night.
but since you were talking about there, I had a question. Oh, the bridge when they were hanging off of it.
Mhm.
Did it say if the train actually went over top while they were holding on?
Well, no, it was just showing filming locations. Right now, it's a footpath, so it's a bridge with a footpath going across the top of it. I don't know if that was just something that they put on there for movie reasons
It
or
probably never
what.
was a train track then.
I don't think it was. I think it's just a footpath, and they kinda might have had a fake railroad going across it that didn't weigh very much, and just kind of movied it up. But I
Well,
don't know. It looks like a walking track to me. That's what it
it
looks like.
absolutely looked amazing on screen. So
So watch that TikTok I sent you. It shows all the filming locations. It's actually really interesting.
I always liked the filming location, but like I said, I was my it was my weekend to work, and I worked 36 hours in 3 days. So needless to say, I didn't have a lot of time for anything else.
And also another filming location I followed on Facebook, TikTok, is the original camp where they filmed the first two Friday the 13th at is open for tours, but it's actually a real Boy Scout camp in New Jersey. You can actually tour it in the evening for the Friday the 13th experience, but during the day it's actually used with real Boy Scouts in it. I thought that
Well,
was pretty cool.
we know that Crystal Lake is in California because of Wonder Woman.
Well, you know what I mean. That's where it's
Oh,
filmed
and
at in
that was
Jersey.
something else I wanted to point out was the Wonder Woman horror movie connection
Yeah.
because you had Wonder Woman. go to Crystal Lake, and then Jason Voorhees showed up in Crystal Lake the next year. Wonder Woman 1984 was announced, and then American Horror Story did American Horror Story
For
1984.
1984. Yeah.
So they keep taking their ideas from Wonder Woman. That's my point.
Okay. That's like, what is it? That
Hey,
degrees from Kevin Bacon, you said? Whatever.
tell me that I was wrong because
No,
Wonder Woman
it's true.
1984 was definitely announced before American Horror Story 1984,
It's true.
and Linda Carter was definitely at Crystal Lake before Jason.
Okay, so I think this is it. We keep talking about Halloween. I'm so excited about Halloween. I love it. So we're going to be coming up with another episode coming up. Let's start planning it out um, for Christmas. For Christmas traditions. We're going to talk about Christmas traditions, Christmas movies, Christmas shows we grew up on. What did you do as a child? How did you celebrate? I was poor as a church mouse growing up, so that's going to have some stories for you on that one. So let's plan on doing that for the upcoming season.
Well, and it will be after Thanksgiving because I firmly believe in one holiday at a
Yeah, we're
time.
going to
So,
be doing. We'll do it after Thanksgiving, of course.
but thanks for watching, everybody who did. Thanks for chiming in. Those who did, really appreciated your questions and
Yep.
comments. And I hope that those who are watching this after it's shown live that you will chime in the comments because we will be checking them and we'll be happy to interact with you. Let us know if there's a special show that you would like us to do because let's face it, the politics are getting worse and worse and worse, and it's just too frustrating to talk about. So we need more ideas of stuff to talk about. So we would love to hear what you want us to talk about, and we'd love to have guests on the show if you want to come on. Uh,
Yes.
I tried to have one this time, and I don't know what happened, but I could not get in touch with them today. So hopefully in the future we will have somebody else on. We love guests and anything to help the conversation flow because you see, Paul and I get off tangent quite easily. So maybe somebody can keep us more on track.
My
But
precious.
but make sure you share if you enjoyed this video and think others will like it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And above all, thanks for watching because we do this because we just enjoy having the good time here, but we hope that you all watch and enjoy it too. So until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.